here. Steve Jewin, we'll start with you.
Jason, thank you for the time today. You had an excellent outing against Jordan Main in your last fight, and now you're getting to fight the legendary Benson Henderson, former WEC and UFC lightweight champion. What does that mean for you at this point in your career?
Just another fight. I'm ready to go. Train the same way, train harder, and just ready to go. Show everybody that, you know what I'm saying, doesn't matter who they put in front of me, it's going to be the same result, same fashion.
I know you talked on your last media Q&A about how your spirituality and your sense of, heritage informs your fighting. So how do you bring that into a fight with Benson Henderson? What is that like for you?
Definitely, come out with some good vibes, good reggae, and, get my rhythm going and, get him up out of there.
All right. Best of luck on Thursday.
Thank you so much.
All right, Jay Anderson, your line is now live.
Thanks very much, Jason. And just a couple of quick ones for me. First of all, we just found out about this fight relatively recently. How much time have you had to prepare for Benson?
Well, I haven't stopped training since the Jordan Mean fight. I went right back into the gym. I'm a guy who lives in and out the gym. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not training, I'm working outside the gym. I'm always doing something physical, always being active. So life it's like I'm training daily.
And, just one other for me. Do you find that people sleep on you a little? Because, you did fight Colby Covington early in your career. You've got the win over Diego Lima. You had the Ultimate Fighter experience. Do you find that you get overlooked a little?
I'm used to it now. So I use it as something to put more fuel inside of me. Like, all right, I'm being overlooked. Wrong guy, watch.
All right,
so
well,
definitely yes, to answer your question.
Awesome. Looking forward to watching it.
Hi, Jason. How's it going? This is, of course, a massive fight. When you look at your record, the only person who really on your record has this sort of level of renown in the division or in the sport is maybe Colby Covington, and you would have fought him very early in your career. Talk to me a bit about what it means to be fighting such a massive name.
Well, that's something that I do, beat massive name and take on big moments and, dethrone the odds. That's just something that I'm here for. And, I'm looking forward to support everybody party that's having that. Ben Henderson is the same guy and he's going to come in and do what he do. No, it's going to be Jason's show.
He is a definite contender in the division below. Do you feel like you put yourself immediately into the contention for this for Douglas Lima's belt with a win over someone like Benson Henderson?
Well, it's up to the odds and Bellator to make that call. Me, I just have to go and deliver and do what I know how to do. And if I have to do more work other than that, I'm willing and able to do it. My mind is not closed and saying, yeah, once I beat Ben Henderson, this is it. No, once I beat Ben Henderson, if something come available, go back to the gym, train, and do the same thing again to when they're like, man, I'm tired of Jason Jackson.
Man, this is the toughest test of your career for sure. How important is it that you have had a previous chance to fight within the sort of the COVID bubble in Bellator, and you're prepared for that, the quarantine when you get in there, you've been able to adjust your training and be in there with no crowd, and now you're very much almost like a veteran of this weird time to be fighting in.
Yeah, well, I'm a survivor. Adapting and adjusting is like one of my strongest part of, just being alive. Just adapting to the weather, adapting to circumstance, just make it work without complaining. That's one of my strong points.
We have time for a couple more here. Matthew Allen, go ahead.
Hi, Jason. Just want to ask about the training situation at Stanford MMA. You come from a really big gym with a lot of great training partners. Who are some of those training partners who have helped you get ready for Benson Henderson?
We have a lot of different looks in the gym. I had the Marquise Jackson, so much other small fighters that's coming up that you guys haven't yet to see and that have been working with. And I did a lot of work with other guys. We have a big team, so you know, there's so much guys that to give different looks. That Ben Henderson is left-handed. He like throw a lot of kicks and shoot a lot of singles. So, you know, we get somebody that could, you know, mimic that move.
Yeah, 100%. And we always see big improvements from you between every performance. What do you think you have improved on the most since your last fight?
Finishing, because I was just the guy that was just fighting for my paycheck. I wanted all of it. So that was one of the point I didn't felt like wasn't finishing the fights. But now I want to put everything together, put everything from Ed Rue fight to Kimi Moche and Jordan Mean. I want to put everything together with the intention of finishing.
Gareth?
I just got to play this for Julian just for 1 second from London Calling.
Run the damn city, skill a damn man city. Yard man with me, plus me link the fat British. Burglar bar, chance the crew, we not have fishy. You know me? You have fishy. You done richy, we not
All right.
Undisputed champion.
Yeah. No, the thing said. Vibes up, London man.
You know that song, don't you? Of course.
Yeah, man, we are talking about Bridget Linton. I always play that.
There you go. There you go.
Man, Linton Vessel.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
What's not? I mean, we spoke last time. What's nice about you is that you talk about how fighting for you comes so much from the core. Yeah. And that's why I was playing that music, because there's a core in you that brings you into this sport, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's what draw me to the sport. You know, it's just natural, organic.
And do you draw on that when you're fighting someone like Benson Henderson? Because we know how experienced he is, what a name he is. He's a fantastic name for you to have in the win column on your resume, isn't he?
Yes. And Iron Will is what's gonna beat him and dethrone him. Iron Will, my Iron Will. The fact that I don't give up or quit, and I won't stop.
It's always great to see you, Jason. I can't wait to meet you in person. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for all the good energy and the positive vibration.
Yes, thank you.
Stephen, go ahead.
Jason, if you had to predict the way that the welterweight division is going to shake out in the near future, what do you think's next for Douglas Lima?
Wow. Well, you have a lot of guys right now that's sitting, waiting for title contention. You got Amazon, you got what's the other guy named Lorenz Larkin. You have so much other guys that's ahead right now. That the division just, what they would call it, jammed up, blocked up, or whatnot. That just is waiting. So he have a lot of work to do.
What did you think about his fight against Gegard?
I didn't watch it. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, where do you fit in that picture? A win over Benson Henderson is nothing to shake a stick at. Where do you think you're going to sit in the picture of the welterweight division if you beat Benson?
Well, it's obviously all it's going to be way out on how I finish Ben Henderson, and if Bellator want to present me with the title shot, you know, I would be grateful. If not, then I still would be grateful, because I just beat Ben Henderson, and it would just shows that I belong in the top 5, top 10, wherever I belong. It's just, this is what they're gonna show, that, you know, this is my yard.
Do you watch your competition often? When you say you didn't watch the Gegard fight, is that just an unusual thing, or do you just not watch a lot of MMA when you're training?
I try to keep up with a lot of MMA, but sometimes when it comes on too late, I end up falling asleep. I might catch some of the shows in the beginning and whatnot, but I don't know why I didn't catch the Gengar, I read about it online and all that, but I guess I didn't plan on watching it. It wasn't something online. But if it comes down to fight in Douglas, then I had to put my undivided attention towards looking studly and
what do you think of the matchup? Have you thought about it?
Oh yeah. Before, since the day that I beat his brother, and no disrespect to his brother, I love him, down to earth. But I felt like my victory over his brother was kind of like belittled, diminish a little, because they was like, his brother is tougher. So to me, I'm like, wow. Every time they mention one brother, I have to beat the other brother to be like, hey, it doesn't matter. Same way, you know. So before I even got signed to the UFC, I don't know. In my intuition, I already am like, I want to go to Bellator just to fight Douglas Lima. I saw a lot of his video, but I start watching his video and I start becoming a fan of him. Like, man, this guy's really nice, but I still feel like I have what it takes to beat him. That was a long time ago before I become LFA champion.
Gotcha. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
All right, Jason, thanks for the time and good luck this week.
Oh, thank you.